Who's all in the house?
It's me.
Who's he?
The Phoenix shooting ambush unfolded on February 11, 2023, with a frantic 911 call that plunged the night into chaos and tragedy. Morris Jones, a 36-year-old man, made the initial call, and this call became the ominous precursor to the harrowing events that followed. In the audio recording of the 911 call, it is immediately apparent that the situation is dire and fraught with tension. The call, eerily placed on speakerphone, captures the voices of two men, one of whom is Morris Jones, and the other is later identified as Lobley's brother. This dual presence on the call foreshadows the intertwining of their fates in the upcoming ordeal. Morris Jones's voice quivered with a mix of fear and urgency as he reports the horrifying incident to the 911 operator. He described that there has been a gunshot wound and the presence of an intruder in their home. His words are laced with anxiety as he pleads for help, repeatedly urging the operator to send assistance. It's clear that Jones is deeply distressed, and his desperation is palpable in his words and tone. As the call progressed, Lobley's brother's voice adds to the confusion. He is heard in the background, creating a chaotic soundscape as he attempts to communicate with Jones. The frantic exchange between the two men underscores the gravity of the situation and the immediate danger they are facing. Throughout the call, the 911 operator diligently gathers information, asking Jones questions to understand the unfolding crisis. The operator's calm demeanor stands in stark contrast to the panic and chaos that permeate the call. It becomes evident that the operator is working tirelessly to coordinate the response of law enforcement to the rapidly evolving situation. As the Phoenix police responded to the distressing 911 call, the night took a chilling turn as they arrived at the scene near 54th Avenue and Elwood Street in the early hours of February 11, 2023. The officers had no idea they were about to confront a situation that would escalate into a violent and chaotic ambush. Upon their arrival, the officers approached Morris Jones's home with caution, responding to reports of a gunshot wound and an intruder. The scene was shrouded in darkness, and an air of tension hung heavy in the air, heightened by the urgency of the 911 call. The officers were entering into a situation fraught with uncertainty. The encounter between Morris Jones and the first officer was a pivotal moment in the unfolding tragedy. The first officer cautiously approached the threshold of Jones's doorway, his senses undoubtedly heightened by the uncertainty of the situation. In a disturbing turn of events, Jones, standing on the doorstep, appeared to be seeking the officer's assistance. He desperately told the officer that someone was choking on their own blood inside the house, creating a sense of urgency and concern. However, Jones's plea for help concealed a sinister intention. In a matter of moments, he transitioned from appearing distressed to launching a deadly ambush against the officer. As the first officer moved closer to the door, Jones swiftly produced a handgun and opened fire, catching the officer off guard. The shots rang out, and the officer was struck by a bullet, causing severe injuries. The officer's harrowing screams and cries for help were captured on body camera footage, revealing the dire and life-threatening situation he was facing. The severity of the injuries sustained by the first officer cannot be overstated. He was gravely wounded and faced an immediate threat to his life. The ambush not only took a physical toll on him, but also left emotional scars on all the officers present at the scene. The chilling nature of the ambush and the unanticipated violence they encountered would set the stage for the intense standoff and chaos that would follow.
Who's all in the house? Me. Who's he?
After the initial ambush, Morris Jones retreated inside his house, sealing himself off from the police. This action triggered a prolonged standoff that would last for 5 tense and chaotic hours. Jones's decision to barricade himself inside his home transformed the scene into a battleground. He had already injured one officer and had no qualms about using violence to resist arrest. As a result, multiple police officers were called to the scene to establish a perimeter around the house, ensuring that Jones couldn't escape and that the situation wouldn't escalate further. During this standoff, Morris Jones continued to pose a grave threat to law enforcement. He fired shots from inside the house, targeting additional officers who had gathered outside. These officers, while dedicated to their duty, found themselves in the line of fire, with some sustaining injuries from Jones's gunfire. The chaos and danger of the situation were palpable as officers attempted to take cover and protect themselves from the onslaught. Before we continue with the video, take a second and subscribe to our channel. Amid the turmoil, the heroism of the officers on the scene shone brightly. They demonstrated incredible courage and determination in the face of adversity. Despite the gunfire and danger, these officers displayed unwavering dedication to their duty and a commitment to protecting their community. They worked tirelessly to contain the situation, putting their own safety on the line to prevent further harm. Their efforts to establish a perimeter, coordinate a response, and protect innocent bystanders showcased the true spirit of law enforcement. It was a testament to their training and professionalism that they were able to maintain their composure under such intense circumstances.
Police officers are always walking into tense, uncertain situations, and we're there to help people, and we're there to bring safety. That it just highlights the uncertainties and the dangers of this job.
Deep diving into Morris Jones's background reveals a troubling history marked by criminal activities and a connection to a notorious gang. Jones had a criminal record that included various offenses, shedding light on his propensity for violence and unlawful behavior. Furthermore, his affiliation with a known gang, the Crips, added a layer of complexity to his motivations. A critical aspect of understanding Jones's state of mind was his scheduled psychological evaluation, set to occur shortly after the tragic incident. This raised questions about his mental stability and the emotional state at the time of the ambush. While it's challenging to definitely determine Jones's motives, the investigation into this devastating event continues. Speculations regarding motives include personal grievances, the pending psychological evaluation, or even external factors that may have driven him to commit such a heinous act. As the investigation unfolds, it is hoped that a clearer understanding of Morris Jones's motive will emerge, providing some insight into the tragic events of that fateful night. The Special Assignments Unit, SAU, arrived at the scene with a mission to save a baby who was trapped inside the house. They came prepared, using big, strong vehicles and shields to shield themselves from danger. With careful planning and teamwork, they managed to rescue the baby safely without any problems or harm. Their quick and coordinated efforts brought a ray of hope in the midst of the chaos, ensuring the baby's well-being in a perilous situation. If you liked this video, make sure to share it with your friends and family as well. To stay posted with our upcoming videos, make sure to subscribe to our channel. So what are your thoughts on this case? Comment them down below.